I'm Harrison Keeley. Here's what you need to know today. First, a landslide is blocking the westbound lane of Highway 64 in Polk County. TDOT is working to clear the slide, which happened near Lake Ocoee. In the meantime, flaggers are directing traffic in the open eastbound lane. 3 people have been charged with murder after a man was found dead in a local motel. 21-year-old Reginald Ballard was discovered shot to death at the Cascades Motel in East Ridge February 20th. Kyhree Thompson, Tabitha Garrison, and Verronta are each charged in the crime. The 3 are from Dayton and Pikeville and between the ages of 19 and 22. Police won't say what led them to kill Ballard. Developers are moving forward with building a sex club by relabeling it as a church. The plans were originally blocked because the club would be next to a Christian school in Madison, Tennessee, but the builders found a loophole. The plans are exactly the same as before, but now a room called the Dungeon is labeled as a choir room, and a former game room will become a fellowship hall. Before opening for business, the club will have to prove that worship is actually taking place. A small plane crashed in Winchester over the weekend. The plane struck power lines shortly after taking off. All 5 people on board were treated for non-life-threatening injuries. The cause of the crash is under investigation. 4 officers are gone from the Catoosa County Sheriff's Office. In just a week's time, 1 resigned, another was arrested, a 3rd got demoted, and a 4th announced he was quitting. Deputy Jonathan Fry reportedly shoved an inmate during an argument. Deputy Josh Wilson was charged with stealing a friend's pain medication. Investigators say Corporal Derek North was found at a party, drunk and firing a gun into a pit. And Corporal Robert Brown didn't drive to the scene of a car crash when he was called. Sheriff Gary Sisk says he's unafraid to punish members of his department if they deserve it. 2 new restaurants are opening in Cleveland, Tennessee. The Pita Pit opens today on Paul Huff Parkway. The chain has more than 500 restaurants, but this is the first one in southeast Tennessee. And in June, a Mexican restaurant called Dos Bros will open near Target. The boys' basketball coach at South Pittsburgh High School is resigning. After spending 9 years with other people's kids, David Phillips says it's time to focus more on his own family. And Stephen Chatton has resigned as softball coach at Heritage High School. He says his decision was prompted by multiple disagreements over how he ran the program. A man has died in a crash at the Chattanooga National Cemetery. Police say 51-year-old Carl Lee Heiss turned in front of another vehicle April 7th. His car rolled over and he was taken to the hospital, but he later died from his injuries. A Chattanooga man was stabbed Saturday morning. Police say 25-year-old Ferris James Witcher stabbed 28-year-old Isaac Queen in a fight. Queen is expected to survive. Witcher was charged with aggravated assault. Good news if you hate standing in line at the DMV. You'll soon be able to renew your driver's license every 8 years instead of every 5 years under a new bill approved by the state legislature. An 8-year license will cost you $28. That's an increase of about $8. The bill is expected to reduce DMV wait times and save the state more than $6 million a year. Scotty Probasco Jr. has died. He was a banker, community activist, and philanthropist. Probasco was born here and attended Baylor School. He served as a chairman at SunTrust Bank in Chattanooga until his retirement. He also served on the boards of Chatham, the Chamber of Commerce, United Way, and Allied Arts. He was 86. Finally, a Tennessee lawmaker has been arrested. Police say Representative Bill Beck was driving drunk. He was arrested after he declined to complete a blood alcohol test. Beck told the officer that he had not been drinking. He's a first-term Democrat who represents Nashville. He's scheduled to appear in court today. Turning to weather, today will be cloudy with a high near 68 degrees. Tonight's low will be around 45. That's it for today's news. Thanks for being with us. You can find more on these stories and breaking news all day long at timesfreepress.com.